This is the best way to invest $1,000 to $5,000. It's better than real estate, it's better than stocks. Anything that you could think of, and it's this. A business, okay? Your own business. It could be a service business, it could be a product based business. But a business is the absolute best investment that you can make with a small amount of money, like $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, etc. And the reason why is because of the return, okay? If you start a business and you put, let's just say $3,000, because that's what I did. I turned a $3,000 investment into a $250,000 business, okay? You can pay salaries off of that one $3,000 investment. You can pay yourself a salary that will replace your current job if you have a job. Okay, you can do limitless things by starting a business. Okay, but if you take that same, let's just say you put $1,000 up, you take that same $1,000 and put it to a stock. What are you gonna get? Let's just say you lucky and you get a 10% return. That's $100. What can you possibly do with $100? I mean, the extra $100 is cool, but it's like, what if you were to put that $1,000 into a business, and then that business turned into $10,000 a month? Okay, and that's absolutely positively possible. Okay, I've done this stuff. Okay, I know people that do this stuff every day. All right, and it's like, or okay, you say real estate. Okay, well, what? First of all, when you close on the property, let's just say you buy $100,000 house because we want to keep the math easy. Okay, if you close on $100,000 house, you do a FHA loan. So you gotta, let's say you house hacking. That's what a lot of people like to do these days. So you gotta stay in there for that first year. FHA required 3.5% down payment. So that's $3,500 down. Then you had to got to write credit. All of the bull that you got to go through with the bank just to get, when you finally get a chance to rent it out after that first year, how much you gonna make from that $100,000 house? After you pay your mortgage, let's just say your mortgage is what, 800 a month, because that's about what mine was when I got $100,000 house a couple years ago. Okay, then you rent it out. Let's just say you rent it out for, I don't know, 1,200. That's $400 a month. So you put down 3,500 plus closing costs. I ain't even add the closing costs. That's just the down payment. So you put down about $5,000 just to get $400, $500 a month. If you took that same $5,000 investment and put it into your own company, you can make that that like you can make that over and over and over again. Like the amount that you can make off a small business is unlimited. All right, it's unlimited, and you can turn a small business into a big business, and that's when you grow from, you know what I mean, to the millions. Okay, and scale all the way up. Because the thing about a small business is it doesn't have anything to do with your credit. It doesn't have anything to do with, uh, you know, like more like once you start with that more money, that first investment, it pays for itself because the income that you produce, you can just reinvest and reinvest and reinvest, and so you keep leveling up. Okay, but if you buy one property, well, that's it. That property is that property, and then you got to turn around and go buy another one. You know what I mean? If you got one stock, now that stock can reciprocate because you can reinvest the dividends and all of that. But it takes so much money to make some money. Okay, with stocks, it takes credit a lot of times. It takes a lot of revenue. Like what you put in is what you're gonna get out basically. But the good thing about a small business is you can put in not just money, you can put in sweat equity, you can put in effort, you can sell more. Okay, the more you sell, the more you'll make. You know what I mean? Then you can provide jobs. You can't hire nobody if you own stock. I don't care how much the dividend payment is for you every month or every quarter, or you know what I mean, with however often you get your dividend payment with the stock that you own. No matter how big that dividend payment is, it's not your company, so therefore you can't hire anybody. You see what I'm saying? That's why, in my personal opinion, the absolute best investment that you can make is in a business. I did the cleaning business. Okay, and now I help people to start their cleaning business. Cleanbusinessnetwork.com. Check it out if you want more info on starting your cleaning business. All right, but you don't have to be the cleaner. You can do whatever business you want to. You can do drop shipping. You can do, a lot of y'all want to get into the trucking industry. You can do any type of business. I see people doing tax services now. Whatever the case may be, but any small business, in my opinion, when you have a small amount of money, is better than a passive investment like stocks and real estate, because of the potential that you can turn it into. You can turn a $3,000 business into $1 million company. Excuse me, a $3,000 investment into $1 million company. And that's just facts. 100% absolute positive facts. People do it all the time. Okay? So if you got a small amount of money, $5,000 or less, and you looking to invest, I know that we all want passive income. And I know that that's what Rich Dad Poor Dad teaches us, right? But what you have to remember is, when you do passive investing, you only can get back what you put into it. Okay? So if you only got a small amount of money to put in, then you only gonna get a small amount of money out. With a small business, you can put in a small amount and turn it into a big amount. And that's just period. When I started Clean Biz Network, my first big money making revenue stream, because we got a bunch of different revenue streams with Clean Biz Network, but our main source of income when we first got rolling was our lead generation service. It's a telemarketing service where we find people who are interested, or companies that are interested in cleaning services, and then we set appointments for cleaning businesses and line them up and set them up for an appointment to meet each other, right? Okay. Well, before I started that service, I didn't even use an investment of my own. I sold the service first and used the money from the sales to hire the employees to make the calls, and then we went from there, okay? That's what a small business can do. You can really make a way out of nowhere. If you've been watching me since back then when I had the Everybody Eats channel before they took that channel down, you remember the old example I gave about if you want to start a restaurant, but you don't got the money and you can't get a loan because you don't got the credit and you don't got no what do they call it, collateral, then what you got to do is start out your house, serve some trays, serve some dinners, and it costs nothing up front other than the initial money to get the initial amount of food, the initial amount of styrofoam trays, and sell it, flip, put it all in the bank. Then you can go level up. Okay, it's just that simple. Okay, small business doesn't take a lot of money to get started most of the time. You just got to get creative and go do it. You got to put the work in. That's the thing. If you're scared of work, then no, it won't work for you. But if you're willing to put the work in, it's absolutely positively no better investment than starting your own company, period. This is my philosophy on this, okay? A small business is how you create wealth. You look at most of the people on the Forbes list. Look at all the rich people. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, what's his name? Bill Gates. Name them. Just go down the list, okay? Tyler Perry. All of them. What do they all have in common? They entrepreneurs. They people who started their own company. Okay? Then, after they got rich, then they started diversifying their portfolio and they bought real estate, real assets to protect their wealth. Then they bought and invested in other company stocks, okay? So to me, this is my philosophy. A business is how you create your wealth, and then stocks and real estate is how you protect your wealth. That's how you keep it. And you can grow it extremely fast, because real estate is nothing better than real estate, like on a big scheme of things, right? That's what we all want. But I'm just trying to tell you that if you want to get rich fast, the fastest way to do it is not through real estate, unless you just want to be rich on paper. If you all about the little net worth stuff, and yeah, you can buy some real estate and you can be worth a lot on paper because of the equity in the property. But what the hell is on paper going to do for you? We need cash flow. You need money, okay? We need to have something that you can pull out the bank if you need it, right? You need to be able to have some wealth. You need to be able to provide some jobs, right? You can't provide no job, you ain't got no money. Don't nobody care what you worth on paper. That's for you. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. You can't help nobody else with your house being worth $1 million on paper. Don't nobody care about that. But what you can help them with is if you got a multi-million-dollar company and you can provide them a job. All right. Again, I'm not knocking I think real estate is the best of the best, but I think that if you want to prioritize and if you can't choose between the two, because a lot of times we can't. Like I wanted to do real estate and I wanted to do cleaning business and I wanted to do stocks and everything. Then I had to finally look at it and say, you know what? What's the thing that's going to give me the biggest return? That's going to help me do what I want to do the fastest, which is I want to hire my people and help my people. Which is I want to leave my job and quit my job as soon as possible. After I looked at all of the different things, it was, lock in on this business. This cleaning business is what's going to set you free. And then it did. All right, so that's my advice to y'all. If you got $1,000 to $5,000 looking to starting you a business, if you want to start a cleaning business, check out www.cleanbiznetwork.com.